Welcome back to another episode of ProducerGrind podcast. Carrington and JB with me.
What's good?
Yo.
And we got a special guest in the building here today. Bros work with Thug, Migos, Juicy J, Wale, 2 Chainz, Soulja Boy. Please welcome Remix guy Suede.
What's happening? Appreciate y'all, man. What's going on?
Yo, man, appreciate you pulling up, bro.
Show for show.
So for our audience, a lot of them, they've heard your work before, but they may not have ever seen your face. You want to explain to them and let them know how they would know you and recognize you?
Yeah, man. Remix guy Suede, everything, man. On every social media site, man. You can catch me in Atlanta, in the studio every night, every day, putting in that work, grinding like a producer should, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing every day, man. I'm cooking up. I'm in the studio with different artists. That's pretty much what's going on with me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
What's some of your biggest work that got you to kind of where you're at now? Like, you want to talk a little bit about your come up history and kind of your process?
So my story is a little different than the average producer, man.
Right.
An artist didn't really help me get on. It was really just me remixing random. I can't say shit, can I?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a PG podcast.
Okay, oh, my bad.
No.
So I was remixing random stuff, man, on the Instagram, man, and I just happened to come across this Thanksgiving song, man. Y'all might have heard, maybe not, but it's called Greens, Beans, Tomatoes, you name it, whatever. And I did that, and then every rapper, every artist, every actor, celebrity in the game started rocking with me, like, yo, this is crazy, blah, 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 blah. So it's like a Thanksgiving anthem, you know what I'm saying? So I took this preacher and I remixed her sermon or whatever, turned into an actual song. That took off, and then...
Turned into a challenge, right?
Yeah, turned into a challenge. Then Chris Brown turned into a challenge.
Okay.
And
so
then,
you didn't even have a plan. You didn't even have a plan for it to be a challenge.
Nah, I just did it. You know what I'm saying? And then at the time I was working with Backpack Kid, and then that took off. So I had a lot going on at that time. And then I ended up 2 months later, I made, what's the girl name? The Cash Me Outside girl. I made that 2 months later. That hit Billboard.
Yeah.
That was like her first song that ever hit Billboard. And then before she even started rapping. And then after that, time goes along. Then I do the Fergie joint that just went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
Fergie, the national anthem joint.
When she had a rough time at the national anthem.
Yeah, man. So, and I just be tripping, man. I just be playing, making, little different shit. I mean, stuff. My bad.
Yeah. Now you say whatever, bro.
Okay, cool. My bad. But
you say fuck shit.
Yeah, man. Like I said, my story's a little different. And I'm glad it's different. You know what I'm saying? It kind of, can't nobody say they put me on or made me. I just started off just doing a little silly.
Let's go back a little bit. How did you even get into making beats?
Oh, man, I've been making beats since I was 12. My uncle from Miami came up to South Georgia where I was staying at when I was 12 years old, and he introduced me to Fruity Loops. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even understand it. I just thought it was dope. And I was always musically inclined. I love music. I like the process of music, of how the songs are made before they're actually created. So he showed me a little bit about making beats. I still didn't really understand it, but I kept playing with it. Then I got in college, and then I got serious with it, and I just kept, selling beats to locals, your local trapsters. In college, man, that was my grind, bro. That's how I got my ramen noodles popping, you know what I'm saying? I had to make beats every day. And
recording?
Record, engineer, all that, bro. Yeah, so it started out making beats, then I started recording, and then I started DJing. Like I was on tour with Wale just a year and a half ago. Man, I've been on the road a few times. I DJ here in the city every here and there. Mm. Crazy enough, looking like I'm probably finna be on tour. Yodel Kid, if you ever heard of him.
Mm. Yeah, the Walmart kid.
Oh, the Yodel Kid.
Yeah. So I did a remix for him that took off, and I got a good relationship with him and his family, his manager, all that. So he's headlining his first tour, and they reached out and they want me to be a part of it.
He's still going?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I haven't heard from him. That's crazy. That's dope,
man. So that's coming up soon. So you can look forward to that too with me.
So you said you were in college?
That's when I started taking it serious.
What were you going to college for?
Business information systems education.
Okay. Mm.
Fancy for IT, computer science, stuff like that. It's like a mixture of everything.
So did you do that to learn business side to add to the music, or did you have other plans?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I went to school because before she passed, she wanted me to graduate like my brother, and I didn't really know what I wanted to go to school for. I just know I was good at computers, so I just chose that because that was the closest thing.
Yeah.
But school was like a plan B, C, D for me. Music was always like, this is what I want to do. Mm. Quick backstory. if y'all ever heard of Emmanuel Hudson, maybe not, but So you know, that was my first roommate, and we got real cool. I used to make beats for him. The Ratchet Girl anthem that really like put him on. I produced that joint, and then that's when I was like, okay, they rocking with this. They gonna love what else I got. So I just kept going after that. You know what I'm saying? He's, you know, he doing his thing. So
you really like kind of created your own lane and kind of found your own little pathway into this musical industry.
I like to agree with that.
That's pretty interesting. What are some of the things that you would recommend to like producers about finding their lane? Like, it seems like there's so many more ways to get in than just, you know, your typical, I got to work with X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Well, that comes later. You know, everybody want to work with who's hot and or who's about to be hot, but it's all about finding, more importantly, your sound. Or if you're having a hard time finding your sound, you need to find your own wave of how you get your stuff out. It was unique for me. I didn't see it coming. It was just something I enjoyed doing, the whole remix thing. Like T Grizzly just hit me up like, hey, bro, you the GOAT, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get messages, you know, I met Juicy J, 2 Chainz reached out like, bro, you cold with this shit. Like, different people that I look up to and I rock with, you know, they reaching out for something. Everybody don't understand what I'm doing, but they know that shit dope. So, but for producers that's, you know, that's trying to come up, man, you gotta put in that grind. It's not nothing that's gonna happen overnight. You gotta keep making beats. You gotta find your sound. You gotta keep, you know, it's all about innovation, man. You gotta try to do something nobody ain't doing. You know
it's like
you
found your lane first and then they came.
Right.
Rather than going to them.
Right. Because, you know, it could be, and I'm a producer at the end of the day, man. I get it. It's frustrating when you seeing all these producers that's making dope beats, but you know your shit harder than theirs, but they platinum on platinum work with all the dopest artists that everybody want to work with. And you're like, damn, my shit harder than that. Why they ain't fucking with me? Well, it's all about networking. You got to get your ass out the house, get from behind the computer. You got to go to the studio session. You got to pull up on artists. You got to network with different producers, network with DJs. It's all about networking. That's really what it is, what it come down to. Because if you sitting at home and you emailing and DMing people, like I get at least 1,000, 1,200 DMs a day, like no cap. And I can't check everybody. So I could just imagine with somebody like a Cardi B or a Future that's got 10, 20, they're never gonna see your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can't really get frustrated or mad when shit not going your way. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wait on it. You gotta put that grind in it and make them come to you. You know what I'm saying?
You ever run into any challenges being affiliated with memes and comedy?
Absolutely. Yeah, they used to call me the meme producer, the remix guy. And that happened for a minute until recently. You know what I'm saying? Until I got that joint, when I did the joint with Youngboy, that just went gold, probably platinum by summertime. That's when people was like, okay, yeah, he might be on to something. And then it's still like, oh, that's just, you know, that's one time. Okay, he finna do the remix. He ain't gonna make no more. Then they see me in the studio with Juicy J. You know what I'm saying? And J-Rock. And then they see me in the studio. I just dropped the song with 2 Chainz. Now they like they have to take me serious now. You can't just call my meme producer because I'm really out here dropping fire on these niggas. Sorry. But yeah.
And how did that all start? Like, did you reach out? You said they reached out to you.
The Juicy J situation, I got to thank my management for that because we were kind of affiliated with the same team.
Okay.
And Juicy J, a lot of people don't know, he's really picky. He like what he like, and if he ain't fucking with it, you probably won't hear back from him. So, my management sent off a couple of beats. He was fucking with it. Then they flew me to LA to meet him and stuff like that. We got a good vibe, met his team, and it was just rocking for nothing. He said he been fucking my remixes for forever. So,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, that was that situation. 2 Chainz, his management Tech, shout out to Street Execs Tech. He reached out like, hey, Chainz, supposed to be hitting you soon. And I actually ran into Chainz at his restaurant that I'm always eating at Escobar downtown on Peter Street. Ran into him and we exchanged numbers, and then we ended up being in the studio the next night for about 8 hours, man, to like 7 a.m. And then we created what was it? Stay Woke. That's his new joint he just dropped. So just, you know, everyday grind, man. That's what it is.
What can you like advice can you give to producers from being around rappers and stuff like that?
Be yourself. That's the biggest advice. But that's a tricky question because when you tell people to be themselves and they like naturally lame and extra, rappers don't like that.
Gotcha.
So maybe that ain't the best advice. I say cool, just relax, chill out. Don't be in there trying to take selfies and take pictures. That's a big no-no. But it's a lot of young producers that don't know no better, and they trying to get their clout, and they want to do all that extra social media shit. They don't, be yourself, work, have your mind on business, you know what I'm saying? Have your best beats on deck. Have beats that are different, but gonna cater to that artist. So when you in the studio with a certain artist, any artist, you know what I'm saying, you wanna just treat them like a regular person. That's it. Just be yourself, cool, chill out, and play that heat. Because if it ain't that heat, I'm sure they'll let you know if they're a real artist.
When artists come to work with you, have you ever had them come to try to make like a funny meme type song, or are they like actually like, no, let's make like an actual song, or are they like, oh, I want to make something funny?
Hey, you know what? That's a good question. I can't say nobody actually came to me and said, let's do that. But shout out to Young Blue. My boy Blue Da Vinci, man. Not Blue Da Vinci, I'm sorry. Shout out to him too. I ain't met him yet, but he seemed like a cool guy. But Young Blue, he's one of Boosie artists. I think he's Sound Columbia. He's super dope, man. We was talking about doing some stuff. But to answer that question, nobody specifically just said, hey, let's do some funny shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? However, I've done some funny shit and it actually became a song.
Right.
The shit I just did for Soulja Boy, that shit already at 250,000 streams, and it ain't even been 3 days yet.
Yeah.
Like, he going crazy right now.
Talk to us a little bit about that record.
Yeah, man. It's called Cut That Check. So he went on this big rant. If you seen it, maybe not, maybe have. He went on this big ass rant
we definitely
about the Millennium Tour, about the B2K joint. He was like, yeah, man, they ain't want to cut their check. They got to cut their check. They want Big Draco to come through, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, that's a hook. So I cut that shit. And then I just trapped that shit out. And then I put it out. It went viral. Ball Alert, all the big blogs posted it. One of his managers reached out. And then Soulja DM'd me like, hey, bro, send me that beat. That shit cold, blah, 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 blah. I'm in the studio right now. Send the ace out. I sent him the beat.
He just DM'd you?
He knocked that shit out. Yeah, he just DM'd me. He knocked it out in like a day. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm pretty plugged in, I like to say. I got a dope big artist on it too, on the remix, so look out for that. And then he heard that, so they really like, oh shit, we're gonna make this the single, so it's his single right now. So it went from being a funny meme, to answer your question, it went from being like some funny shit to actual, oh nah, this shit for real, we finna put this out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Young Buck, I just did some shit with him. I did a remix for him when he was going off on 50. Whatever that was about. But he said he wanted to make that his new single. So I'm kind of like, I guess you could say finessing it, but I just say I'm just doing what I normally do.
Right. It's your lane.
Yeah,
if a chick come behind it, fuck it, let's do it.
It's like now that they're actually turning to real songs, it's like you're really like starting a wave right here.
And it's really me doing a lot of the work for them.
Yeah.
A lot of what I've learned, a lot of your favorite artists, they don't write all their stuff, especially when it comes to hooks. They have writer's blocks. And that's okay. I think that's okay. You shouldn't judge them by that.
Yeah.
I have producer blocks sometimes. I'm like, damn, I might go to Miami, I might go to LA just to kind of get different vibes, to come up with different sounds. So when it comes to writers, like, they don't write all this stuff. So when I'm actually making shit that's already got hooks in it, they're like, oh shit, we got an idea. That's probably why Soulja Boy made that shit in like
I got a
12
question
hours.
for you.
What's up?
So when you cutting up these vocal samples and stuff like that, do you ever need to like clear them or something like that?
Depending on the situation. If it's like some regular shit on Instagram, technically no, but I'm always trying to do the right thing. Or Catch Me Outside, and that's a whole nother story.
All right, Dr. Phil and all that.
Technically, Dr. Phil that's who I needed to go to.
Yeah.
However, and I could talk about this now, the preacher tried to sue me for 5 M's at the time when I did
what's
the
her
Grinch.
name?
Shirley.
Shirley.
Shout out to her. God bless her. But they tried to sue me.
For $5 million. Did you even make $5 million off the record?
No. Absolutely not. Could it have did that? Absolutely. I would really do a whole mixtape with this lady. Yeah. But, my management, her people, they lawyers, just a big conflict. All right, cool, whatever, moving along, So after I beat that shit like twice, then 2 months later when I made Catch Me Outside, that, I was like, dang, I don't want to go through what I just went through. That was a bad look, even though I won. A lot of people don't know I won that situation. Yeah. So let me just, even though Dr. Phil didn't care about that. He even said it on the second episode when they aired with the girl and her mom. He don't care about that. He just wanted to get her shit together at the time. So Speaking facts. So anyway, and shout out to her. She doing her thing. She's actually pretty dope. I ain't gonna lie. But anyway, long story short about that, make this real quick. I didn't want to go through that again because on the outside, people looking like, damn, his shit hard, but I ain't really trying to rock with him if he out here getting sued left and right. Ain't nobody trying to deal with no lawsuit. It come with the game. You gonna see some lawsuits every now and then, whatever. But I was like, you know what? I told my management, let's just go 50-50 with them. Technically, we need to go 50-50 or whatever Dr. Phil wanted to do because everything that airs on his program, that's his shit. So a lot of people didn't know that. So we went 50-50 with him. It was still some BS that happened afterwards. That was out of my control. That was with old management, paying on time. I don't control the account and I don't control the money. That was some other shit, just to clear that up for anybody that was ever asking me that. But yeah, man, it could be a dirty game, man. When it comes to clearing, that's what you want to do. Even I'm one of them people, like, if I'm gonna sample something, even if it come off Instagram, like I've been sampling like crazy. I don't like bad vibes. I don't like to create bad relationships, whether they're big or small. So I'm gonna try to have my management or my people to reach out like, hey, let's see what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people out there that don't give a fuck. They gonna just sample your shit and take your, so.
Now, how does that situation work with Soulja Boy? You know, you created the hook. Are you getting the writer's cut out of this, or like?
It's still in motion, man. So of course I'm gonna get my producer side of it. As far as the writer side, technically I don't think I am.
Because it's him.
It's his voice. So it's like, what I'm gonna be honest with you.
But then you technically created it too.
Right.
So
as a lot of people been saying lately, I produced it and I arranged it. You know what I'm saying? So it's down there like I wrote it.
Right.
You know, the hook. Yeah. But at this point, man, I just, like I said, I like to create good vibes and great relationships. I think Soulja Boy doing this thing, and a lot of the things that he was saying that people disagree with, I think he was just sitting up there spitting facts. So by him having that energy, I want that kind of energy around me. Somebody that's out here just gonna tell the truth. They gonna grind and they gonna promote it. Like he promoting the single like every day.
Yeah.
So fuck it, let's just get money together. That's what I'm on.
So you're like, don't burn the bridge trying to be
not at all.
greedy or anything.
Don't
like
burn
that.
no bridges. Kelly say this a lot. Did I do that right?
Nah.
Kelly say that a lot, man. Like, don't burn no bridges. You know what I'm saying? If it become a disrespectful manner, like a situation where you can't control it, then fuck it. But if it's sometimes you got to be the bigger person. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna just, even though I know I'm owed this, I'm gonna just eat. I'm gonna take this L, but ultimately I'm gonna win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
have you ever burned any bridges or made any mistakes along the way?
yeah.
Someone told him to say, catch you outside. Catch you outside.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. The sad part about that, because I work with a lot of her writers, like a lot of them. Like hit them up anytime, like, hey, what's up? And they could probably be in there with them. Like I just did that's another story. Anyway, that was a situation that I couldn't control. I'm not finna bitch about it. I ain't finna cry about it and be like, oh, fuck it. They don't wanna fuck me, fuck. Nah, hey man, much success to them. I don't wish nothing but the best for her team. Because if I was them, I would have been pissed too. If I'm not, whatever the situation was, not getting paid, whatever, I get it. But that wasn't in my control. So, I can only control what I control. So, I understand, but if you don't understand it ain't my fault, then fuck it, keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Now I had a question. Is there any way you can collect payment off of things like your memes or your songs being circulated on Instagram?
You mean like Instagram monetizing?
Yeah, like is there a way to collect
Man, I wish.
like a technical Instagram stream? You know, the song
that would
is
be
the song.
dope.
Man, look, I heard it was supposed to be, Instagram's supposed to be monetizing, but I ain't heard nothing about it yet. So the answer to that, nah. You know what I'm saying?
Just curious. That'd be crazy.
If you think about it though, they don't play ads before our content or our videos, but it is like when people are scrolling on their timeline. And if you think about it, Instagram, people go there for content creators and stuff like that. So
Right.
kind of like a gray area, right?
Right.
It's like
It is.
It's like people that are doing the top amount of views and stuff maybe should tap into some of that advertising revenue.
Facts. I think that'll be a dope ass idea for real.
Every Thanksgiving, you're gonna have
I heard Facebook's monetizing.
If you upload a TuneCore, there actually might be an Instagram option.
Yeah, so you're gonna get a nice check every Thanksgiving.
Hey man, hey, God is good, man. The holidays be good to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
That's one of the You Name It challenge is one of those songs that it just every time it comes back around. Like, it doesn't get tiring. It just doesn't get tiring.
you know what, bro? Oh, when I think about that, man, we somewhere got Christmas songs. We don't have a New Year's song for real for our culture. Now we got a Thanksgiving song.
That's true.
And this Soulja Boy song, once it get to its peak, it's gonna be the tax return song. Trust me. I'm telling you.
That's
cut
crazy.
that check February, March gonna be lit.
Now,
Telling you, bro.
What are you doing on your side as far as promo? Because I know you kind of have your strategies with the dancers and stuff like that.
Man, that's another thing that separates me. Shout out to all the other producers, but I bring something different to the table. Like, I got my own fan base. I got a team full of dancers from Japan to LA. So the promo's there. I'm tapped in with TikTok, Triller, which are the big, like, I know the owners and stuff. So, you know, that's where all the dope dancers that be blowing up a lot of these songs that you've never heard of, and then it just blow up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Because these dancers, they get on Instagram and they make challenges to it and it just emerge. So, shout out to Triller, man, TikTok. Those are like big apps that all the young people, even Chance the Rapper, Rihanna, all these people go on these apps to see what the new songs are and stuff like that, even to promote their own songs.
Yeah.
So they help out a lot. So yeah, that's what that is.
Now, one of the biggest questions producers ask us is, after they get a placement, how can they let people know, like, hey, I'm the person that made this beat? And, you know, I know you talked about one of your interviews before how someone asked you, how do you not get lost in the sauce? You know what I mean? And I think you do a good job at, especially with, you know, creating stuff that goes viral, because like a lot of times, you know, you might not get credit. How have you made sure that you let it be known or got your credit?
You at that point, you're just as important as the artist. So just like the artist going hard for the song, you got to do the same thing. And I'm finna step on some toes here, but it's a lot of producers that feel like, oh, I produced that song, the artist is gonna show me love. Man, you know how many songs I done made and I ain't getting no love from none of the artists? You got to promote that shit just like it's yours, because it is yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know. Just like they, you know, you ain't going on tour and all that, but you got social media. You can, bro. And 2 Chainz, you know, he see what's going on. That's my big dog. I'm paying people to play any song that I produce, whether it's a local artist or a big artist. And I be knowing all the DJs. I know they'll play it for free, but it's just that love. When you show that love, they gonna play it when you walk off too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you gotta invest in it. You gotta blast it, put it out there. You gotta let them know. Closed mouth don't get fed.
Well, is there any like, as far as like, have you noticed like, what are some of your strategies when you post, like as far as like making it go viral, like hashtags or times of the day or anything, any sauce you can drop about?
Times of the day is definitely big. I know if I'm in Atlanta, LA is 3 hours behind, Texas 2 hours behind, Alabama, you know, maybe an hour behind. I don't want to post at 8 in the morning. You know, I don't even really want to post at 11. Sometimes I do it just because I got a fan base now.
Yeah.
But coming up, I know that I got a lot of fans in LA. So if it's 9 in the morning, I ain't just gonna wake up and post, because it's 6 in the morning. They sleep, so they might not even see it. I might wait till 12, 1 o'clock when I know everybody just getting up, just checking their feed, stuff like that. That's important. Hashtags are very important. You know, I got my own hashtag. Click on that, you probably see all my stuff. Yeah, you pointing them out, man. Them 2 big important things right there. Yeah, so.
You ever run Instagram ads on your content?
Instagram ads?
Yeah.
You mean like the boost?
Yeah, boost. No?
I think I did that one time. I probably had like 10,000 followers. I tried it, but I ain't really see a difference, honestly. Yeah, so.
I want to talk a little bit more about the Catch Me Outside song, because that's, you know, 58 million views. And I see,
I might know that.
yeah, it's something crazy like that, 58 million views.
Sheesh.
On the video, it says it was distributed through Empire. How did they get involved?
Well, that was the label that put it out. So we made an agreement with her people that me and my label at the time, my former label, will put it out. So I'm thinking everything all good. So Empire, which was we did like a distribution deal.
Okay.
We put the song out. So that's what that was.
Oh, so that was her side of the.
Well, no, we put it out. So Empire was who me and my manager put it out through.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even really her song, honestly. We did an agreement to use her
your
voice.
name as the artist.
Right. Because it's my name as the artist. So, you know, we just wanted to show that love at the time. Like, hey, you know, we want to do 50-50. It's your voice. We'll just play fair. And we're going to distribute it through Empire.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And now, did you already have that relationship with Empire? Or?
I've never had a conversation with Gazi. The Empire situation came, I think, with the Greens Beans Tomato joint. They reached out and they wanted to start working with me after that.
Now, what did they bring to the table?
Man, they gave me a cool advance, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to stuff like different labels, even independent labels, I feel like I do most of the work on my own. So, I'm not shitting on. I think they, the advance was cool because I was still working at Verizon, flipping phones and getting cussed out by people every day. So I needed that little money. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, it was cool. I don't want to burn no bridges right here.
No, that's cool. No, I was just trying to ask, like, if there was any marketing or anything that they did additionally, but
Lord forgive me. So they did put a lot of marketing behind it. It was on the radio down there. They put a lot of radio money. So I just kind of lied.
To what song?
The Greens Beans Tomato song.
Oh, okay.
It was gonna be on the radio a lot, but they really put like some bread behind it, and like that shit was playing all the way up, almost down to the Christmas. So yeah, my bad, Empire. Yeah, y'all did do that. So yeah, they showed a lot of love, man. They put a lot of radio money behind, a lot of marketing money behind that joint. Catch Me Outside, not so much. That was more of just like social media.
Yeah.
If that make any sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what that was.
What's your status right now as far as labels you sign? You independent?
I'm independent.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm independent, man, until the right bag come. Right now, I'm just focused on me. I don't need to sign anybody right now. Or, I feel like you should build your brand first before you even think about signing anybody. Because when you got a brand behind you, then at that point you should be gathering a real team behind you. And when you have a team, like a machine behind you, different labels, a different, low, random management can't come and try to fuck you over. Because you got people, you got lawyers, you got entertainment lawyers, you got a good management behind you that's gonna make sure, hey, this money look good, but they gonna have your ass tied for the next 10, 20 years. So we gonna pass on that. You know what I'm saying? It's just different stuff, man. It's another thing. It's a lot of producers, a lot of my young producers, they don't have entertainment law. They don't have anybody to look out for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's important. I've been seeing on social media, a lot of people not really taking the business serious. Like I had a management, right when Greens Beans Tomato come out, I spent like 8 racks to buy one of my old management.
To buy out management?
Yeah, because he wasn't doing that. He was just sitting collecting a check, waiting on the check to come. And then when that come out, I ain't heard from this man in like 8 to 12 months. Damn. I thought the contract had been terminated by then. He came out showing that. I'm like, fuck. And I know he wasn't really getting no money, so I was like, man, look, I go 7, 8 rats, man. And he was like, cool, let's terminate this bit. And I was like, yes. So yeah.
Now, talk to us. Go ahead. I was gonna say, talk to us a little bit about some of the things that every producer needs to have in place in order to be able to collect money and protect themselves. Like, they have a video on YouTube. What do they need to have in set so that they can actually receive payment, then also be protected?
Well, to get protected, man, of course, and receive money. That's a good question. It's a common question, and it's almost a common sense question, but it's a good question that you ask because, how many producers I'm just not having, I got my little bro. Shout out to my boy, Lil J. He ain't got no B. He ain't have no BMI. He didn't have an ass count. He just out here making beats and sending them off. You can't do that. Because if you have something to pop off, you know what I'm saying? It's like...
There's no way to get that money to
and
you.
even if you got time to do it, but you want to already know what BMI is, what makes them different from ass cap, what makes them different from CSAC, all these different other pros and stuff like that. You want to know more about the business, learn about the business. So, definitely have one of these pros to, collect your royalties. Shoot, man, what's another one? Damn, what? They just gave me a check too.
Stream Cut or
admin deals?
You said it. What was
Stream
it?
Cut?
Stream Cut is a good one, but it's another one. What would you say?
No, Stream Cut, like admin deals.
It's another one though.
Orchard or something?
Sound Exchange.
Oh, Sound
Yeah,
Exchange.
man, all these different places that collect money. You want to look in all these places because there's a lot of people that's got money out there and it's just sitting there. They don't even know it's there.
Now, where does that money, like, what is
Sound Exchange is like radio, foreign radio, man, it's a lot of stuff.
These are all platforms that just collect money on your behalf. But if you don't have an account, they can't get it to you.
If you don't have an account, you ain't got nothing registered. It's just sitting there.
Yeah, they're like, we got all this for you, but you ain't even unlocked the door
You know
yet
what I'm
to
saying?
get it.
And I'm gonna be real here. I didn't even really know much about Sound Exchange. I forget the lady name. Shout out to her. I'm gonna get her name later. But she emailed me like, "Hey, Suede, we see you collecting a ton of money here, but it's just sitting here." So I look into it and I'm like, "Oh shit." You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you have to look into these things. I still got a lot of learning to do for myself too.
Yeah.
I don't want to just down there. Like, I got to learn a lot of shit too. You know, you can never learn too much. You know, you can always educate yourself and learn more, especially with the music business, because it changes every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, streaming is the big thing. It used to be CDs, used to be Kazaa and LimeWire and all that. Y'all probably don't remember all that.
I remember
so,
Frostwire.
I remember
yeah, man, freezing up my mama's computer.
Yeah, right.
Viruses, but yeah, man, streaming is like social media and SoundCloud are like the major labels these days. You know why? Because people at the major labels, I've sat in the meetings, I know, they sitting behind a computer. They're trying to see who's hot, who's about to blow, who's getting a lot of attention, what producers making all the hits. And then they're going to come out and with that bag. Or
the actual platform.
Well, yeah, they'll look at that. It's just like, and it's not really about talent anymore. It's about who's hot. You
About attention.
It's about the attention, the notoriety. Whoever's, and that's what I mean by, that's what I mean by hot. Like, if you get a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, labels finna be hitting you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you getting M's on SoundCloud, you getting a certain amount of views on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. You know, that's what happens.
So it's kind of like they're looking for an influencer,
basically. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? And this is random, but I want to shout out to Coco Vango and Light Skin Keisha, because I don't know, I ain't really know Coco Vango, but I know Light Skin Keisha. She been like she was always this funny girl on Instagram. She always been popping on the ground, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I always knew she rapped too. And I'm not saying that she was like an influencer on the comedian world, but she was always that funny person to me. So for her and Coco Vango, I get, you know, which is her dude, like they both popping at the same time. And I think she kind of came from being an influencer on Instagram. That's some dope shit. So that's really answering your question. That's kind of what is happening right now.
Yeah.
If you look at, and I know you probably don't know who this is, if you do it cool, her name is Lele Pon. She's like this Spanish girl. She got like 30. I was in the studio with her. We made a dope record back in August. She got like 30 million followers. She made her first song in August. Went gold in like September type shit. You know what I'm saying? So influencers, social media.
I mean, with 30 million followers, it better.
Look at it. Hey, yo, I tell you, they was, you know, they came out with the whole reverse challenge, all that. It was only right that they made a song.
Right.
Yeah. So if you, I mean, shit, that's what's going on. Even if it ain't your passion, why not?
Right.
Try it. You might can go gold. I know you made beats, but you probably can go gold too.
Jay Bizzle.
You feel me?
I
don't doubt nobody, man. Whoever you are, shout my boy Young Land, man.
Shout out to Wayne.
I ain't even know he rap. You feel me? And that shit dope. I like to see people, you know, step out of their element and try different shit.
No, I had a question. It was kind of a random question, but it's more back to about Sound Exchange. Can someone buy the right? Do you guys know if you can buy the rights to a song? Like, let's say this song collected X amount of money, and they just have it sitting there. Can someone come and buy the rights to that song and collect that money, even if it's not you?
I hope not.
I don't think so.
I don't
like
know.
Beat You to the Chase type thing?
Nah, not really. Cause you could be
that's a big lawsuit, I think. I don't think that's, because if it's your money, that's your money.
You got the original
Or
files.
I know, but if it's like, let's say there's like a 10, like if they don't come and collect this within 10 years, it's up for the market. Whoever wants it can go grab it.
That's different. That's different.
But I do know that there are companies out there that'll go and claim unclaimed content ID.
Exactly.
So if there's stuff on YouTube that no one's claimed through content ID, they'll go and upload it to a TuneCore or something like that. Get the content ID and collect that money.
Yeah.
Until
So that's kind of
I know people that it's happened to.
Sheesh.
That's it's kind of similar to, like, let's say you got some free downloads or some beats or something like that, and you got an artist and they let's say you got a beat on YouTube, you might get a copyright notice on your beat, your own beat, because somebody else is uploading it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or it could be the other way around, you know what I'm saying? Somebody might be using your beat and they get a copyright notice, you know what I'm saying? So I won't be like that now. Ain't gonna be that easy.
It's like
Hey, I see what you're saying now. Hey, I don't know who they is, man. They Viral Hog, something like that. And a lot of my stuff, they go viral. I get like a notice within like 6 months, and then they'll try to like claim it.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Viral hugs.
yeah, I don't know who they is, but somebody else told me the same thing. Nothing, you know, hey,
they trying to claim your stuff.
right, like, but I heard that from a few people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who they is.
So you don't automatically go and claim these songs when you upload them?
Let's talk about that real quick. man, I'm pissed off at YouTube right now. Shout out to YouTube, but man, YouTube. Man, I made this remix for Kawhi Leonard. You know the little ugly laugh he did and shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did that remix and I got flagged, right? And I had got like 2 flags. You know, also the only reason I be getting my flags is that I was getting my flags is because when I do a remix, it's of course my audio is my creative content, but when it comes to the video, I like to show people where the actual original content came from.
So they flagged the video.
They flagged the video.
Dang.
So I got my video flagged, three videos flagged within like 6 months to 8 months, and then
That shit
3 strikes.
But I had over 250,000 subscribers, bro.
They shut the channel down.
You feel me? And I was getting they gave me a nice little check. So and then they sent me an email like, "Hey, Suede, we just terminated your page. Sorry, bro." You know what I'm saying?
So now, isn't there a legality where there's a certain amount of seconds where you can use someone else's video?
I heard it was 6. I heard it was 3. I honestly haven't looked it up for myself.
I've heard numbers like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about a 6.
It's definitely something.
Now with the videos, I'm not sure. I know that's what
The audio. Got you.
I got my it's taken down for video. So
You had 250,000 subscribers.
yeah, at like 258.
Damn.
And that's why I grind so hard. Cause that's a little check I ain't been seeing since October.
I got a question for you. With all your internet like fame, your following and everything, why haven't you thought about capitalizing more on selling beats online? Because I know you got a beat store, but it doesn't seem
You
like
know what? I haven't really been active on it, to be honest with you, bro. And when I was talking about producers being lazy, I'm talking about myself as well. I haven't really just been focusing on that when I should. You know, I sell beats to a lot of people. They'll, DM me or email me. But if I really agreeing with you here, if I, just sat down and just focused on my beat store, yeah, I'll be eating, man. I just haven't. I've been procrastinating. Yeah, so
what's most of your time go to these days?
Studio. I be in the studio, man. Like I'm gonna be in the studio as soon as I leave it. That's it, man. I wake up, I probably do a remix or something, and then I go to the studio. I've been in the studio till like 3-4 in the morning, bro. And the reason I do that is because I used to be that producer sitting back behind the computer just emailing artists, DMing their managers and their PRs, thinking I'm getting a response, and I get left on red. I got tired of that shit. So I like, fuck, now what I gotta do something I just start pulling up on that, like, shit, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like I might know somebody, a producer that's in there, or a manager or a girl or whoever else that's linked in with them, that's cool with them, that's reputable for me to come on, because they ain't gonna just let anybody in there through anybody.
Yeah.
But when they find out, this the guy that, and then they show love, and I come and I play some beats, and you know what I'm saying? So, but that's the grind, man. That's what I do.
How much time a day you think you spend on Instagram, or do you keep track? Do you got the thing on your phone?
Bro, Instagram paying my bills, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so
it's gotta
I'm
be up
scrolling every day.
Yeah. What's your mindset when you're scrolling? Like you looking for stuff, like?
Not really, man. A lot of times I am, especially if I ain't really just putting it out in a minute. But I look, it's entertainment, man. I get on a different blog site, see what's going on, see who beefing, see what it's just different shit. And then I really don't even have to look for it no more, man. I have one of my fans, them like, oh, you got to do this. And then when I have like a meme, like the Soulja Boy joint, I wasn't gonna do that at first. Greens Bean Tomato, I wasn't gonna do that. Catch My Side, I wasn't gonna do that. Fergie, I wasn't gonna do that. The Yoda Kid, I wasn't gonna do that. And the ones that I weren't, like, I was like, they cool, but I don't think it's, like, I honestly didn't know what I was gonna do with those things.
Yeah.
Them be the ones to take off.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
So you usually have people send you the memes.
Yeah, like if I get like from like 1 or 2 people, like my cousin, he sent something, I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this shit, man. And then, I get it from like 30 other people. It's like, well, shit, I might as well just go ahead and do it.
So what do you do once you download the meme audio? What's the next step?
I chop it up and throw a beat behind it. You know what I'm saying? Make it dope. Put like a funny video behind it. People dance and just stuff that makes sense to be in the video. Yeah. Sometimes don't make sense. Kind of make it funny. Get people attention. And then it might turn into a real song. One thing I learned, man, if you can make people laugh, you can't lose. That's just like, we guys, so we grow up. We know how to make a girl laugh. You make a girl laugh, you probably can get her. It's real, it's a lot of ugly dudes out here with a lot of pretty women because they know how to make them laugh. You know what I'm saying? And if you know how to make people laugh, they gonna gravitate towards you. Because I get emails from people that's got their mom got cancer. They got cancer. Like this mom, shout out to Jordan. He a cancer. This is a young kid from New York, cancer survivor. I stay in touch with him. It's this girl named Armaya. Me and a buddy of mine, he's a movie actor. We did like a big thing for her. She has hearing impairment. She can't really hear as good as others. So, and she likes to make beats. She was making beats with her flip-flops on Instagram. You know, different people like that are the fans of me and they stay on my Instagram like people that are just unfortunate. You know, you have to keep that in consideration too. Because everybody want to laugh, especially if they got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I'm winning, man. But with that being said, bro, I'm just, you know, I'm a day at a time trying to get it, trying to go platinum, trying to get my mama house, man. It's a lot of stuff on my to-do list, bro. So I'm just out here grinding.
And talking back a little bit more about making the beats, do you make a beat to the chopped up things, or you go and pull a beat you already made?
I scratch.
From scratch every time?
Yep. Like I get that question a lot too. I used to be lazy when I first started doing it, but it's a better vibe when I just make it around whatever it is I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what pissed me off, man? And this is random, right? Hey, man, nothing but love for these labels, bro. But at the end of the day, I like to make, I don't want to sound like nobody else, right? But a lot of the placement that I got, even the ones coming out, oh, I like that beat. This beat is dope. It's a little different though. Can you do your claps like Mustard? And can you throw some Zaytoven organs in there?
That's what the labels are saying.
A&Rs, you know, I don't want to do that. I don't want to sound like Mustard. Zaytoven, one of my favorite producers. I don't want to sound like him. You know, I want to sound like Suede. So when people hear that's a Suede beat. And a lot of people, they get mad at a lot of these producers because they sound like other producers. Well, a lot of times that's where they money at. You know, they can't control it. That's what they're getting programmed to do that. Like, hey, we like what you just did, but we need this. Because this is what's hot. I don't like that. Yeah, so.
I definitely feel you on that. You think that's going to definitely continue in the future, though? Do you think that's not going nowhere anytime soon?
It's hard to say, bro. It's a lot of more people that are independent now. As long as you're independent, you can kind of do what you want to do. But if you with a label, then maybe not. I was in the studio. Missy Elliott, that's a good friend of mine. We was in the studio.
You said Missy Elliott?
Missy Elliott. Yeah, we was in the studio for about 2 hours. And I had like a load of beats that I thought she was going to love. Man, you know how many songs we did that night?
How many?
None. So when we got in there, she was like, Suede, I love your work, you dope, but I think you a little lazy. Bro, my heart dropped. I'm like, what you mean? You know what I'm saying? So she's like, if you gonna sample, chop that shit up. You know what I'm saying? If everybody wearing all black to the party, nigga, wear purple. That's what she telling me. So I said all that to say this, you have to get out your element in order to be a dope producer, in order to be great versus okay and mediocre. You gotta do something different. You gotta separate yourself. You know, you got Cook that shit up quick. You got Take Keith. Take Keith cool. We supposed to be linking up soon. You got Young Lane. You got Metro Boomin. Zaytoven, Drummer Boy. I can do this all day, but what makes you different from them? What makes your 808s hit harder or better than them? What makes your melody sound different than them? And I'm even working on, I'm always trying to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Like me and my boy Bricks had a violinist to pull up. I have a guitarist to pull up. I have an organist to pull up. Like I shoot people that I know that's trying to get on, or I just hire them like, hey, come here and play something. Like I'm just trying to be different, you know what I'm saying? So that's important.
How you feel about Suede copycat?
Suede copycats? Man, they out there?
I don't know. I would assume there is. How would you feel if somebody started beating you to the punch and beating you to these remix videos?
It's flattering, man. I think it's, I'm not, you know how you got artists like, oh, this guy copied my sound, or producers like, oh, he sound like me. I ain't with all that, man. It's flattering to me because if they copying you, that mean you doing something right. That mean you doing some dope shit. And that's that, man. Shout out to Beat King, because this remix shit really was inspired by him. I tell him all the time. You know, a lot of people don't like to give. You know Beat King?
Yeah,
that's my dog, man.
That's my guy.
Funny as hell. So, hey, y'all seen the little cucumber joint he be doing?
Yeah. We had him for a whole interview.
Oh my God, bro. But anyway, you know, he used to take random stuff like the girl that got hit by the bus driver.
The uppercut.
When Sauce Walker beat up somebody, he just take different stuff and remix it and then rap over. I could rap a little bit. I don't care. I just made beats. So I kind of took what he was doing. He stopped doing it because he was like, he told me straight up like, bro, they not really taking me serious because they just figure like it's funny. Then when I try to promote my real music, they don't take me serious. But it's kind of the box that I was in until like recently. Like, oh, he's the mean guy, the remix guy. So till I started dropping no hits on there. So yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
Shit, man. Appreciate you pulling up.
I
bro.
appreciate y'all, man. And I appreciate what y'all do, man, because it's like I say, it's not too many blogs and podcasts and just people in general showing love to the engineers, producers. We're the machine behind all the hits, bro.
Right.
Because it's a lot of people that can't sing, that can't rap, that can't even rap on beat. We have to put all that together. So when this comes out, it's a finishing puzzle. It's a finished piece, you know what I'm saying? So appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Appreciate that,
this.
bro. Definitely
Yeah,
appreciate
man, we
it.
need y'all out here.
Already, bro. Another dope episode, man.
For sure.
Hit that subscribe. Go
Hey.
follow Remix God Suede. All
Remix
that.
guys, Sway, all that, man. Appreciate y'all boys, man. For sure.
All right, bro. Signing
Peace,
out.
love, and prosperity, y'all.